So we've completed the web content download, customization, and all that, right? So for we'll continue with 5. So with 5, here we want to use mobile XTEM. In this case, I had issues. I'm having issues with mobile XTEM. So I've decided to use Putty and WinSCP to do what I need to do. So what are we going to do? We'll make a new folder, a new directory inside of the server and call it web contents. So go in now. Here, dir web content. So do ls this. So what will happen? Let's go back to our WinSCP and check if that folder exists, and just refresh here. So you can see web content. So what we'll do now is to move the template we downloaded, move it over to this page. Okay, so web template. I have to move all this over to this. Okay, so copying all of that into. I'll pause it until we finish. Okay, we've finally uploaded the monoline web content template we downloaded. So it's now, so when we go in, so let's go into our web contents. Web content folder and do ls. You see you have a monoline. So go to monoline, check, you see all of the files in there. ls that so move over to step 6. Here we want to now install the Nginx server, the web server, to make the EC2 VM instance an actual web server. So we're going to do the server updates. We'll do an upgrade, and then we will now install the Nginx. So let's go. Let's copy this. Snap time. Update. Do an upgrade. Okay, the upgrade is done. So let's install the Nginx web server. Sudo supposed to have sudo app install. After that, we confirm. So system, let's confirm if our Nginx server is running. System ctl status Nginx. So you can see it running. So let's enable it and set it to enabled, so that even if the server reboots, it comes up running. It is always active. So let's confirm again. So the server is running. So we now content. So we'll move over to the VAR directory of the server. There you see the default web page. We're going to remove it. So let's go. Click update. See the server. HTML. Right. So the list of the directory. So there you see index.nginx.debian.html. So we're going to delete and remove all of that. So this is what we do. So sudo. So we copy, move the uploaded web content file folder. Okay, so web content. So we have that monoline there. So this is what we're doing. So we're copying all of the content, everything from home, Ubuntu, web content. The folder name is monoline and everything inside. So copy this, put it in here. So copying everything into the www.html directory. Okay. So we have all of that now. So we have a new index.html file inside of the web server. Okay, so let's go back to our AWS and enable some permissions. So I'm going to enable HTTPS permission on our security group. So let's edit the inbound rule. So I'm going to add a new rule for HTTP and HTTPS. This is for anywhere. HTTPS. Do the same thing for HTTPS. Also from anywhere. You can add some descriptions for the services you're permitting. So let's save. Okay, so let's go over to the internet. Start Nginx. Let's go back to the internet and see. Okay, our server is not loading only for the HTTP. So we're going to set up the certificates later on. For now, it's running on port 80 HTTP service. Next is to set up certificates on the server. So we're going to use Let's Encrypt and set up install sat bot and configure the HTTPS using Let's Encrypt. So let's go. So sudo systemctl stop nginx. Okay. Then let's install satbots. Yes. So that's why while that is running, we also install Python 3 sandbox for Nginx. Do the same thing, copy, paste. This is the command we use. We use sudo sandbox Nginx. Nginx is our web server that we're using, and this -d shows our domain. In this case, I'm using qbtresource.com. So that is what it's going to be. So let's copy this and paste over here. Okay, so it's requesting I add my email address. So, okay, so the certificate has been finally signed. So go back and verify from the page. So to do HTTPS, give it to, so let's see. Okay, so our website is now loading. We can go in here, check connection is secure, certificate is valid. So you can see the organization that signed it. Let's encrypt. So go back to my security group and go back to the security group and remove the HTTP, which is not secure. So remove this and update my security group settings. So our website is now ready. Monoline is now ready. So of course we can, yeah. So these are some of the customizations I made. So let's do a quick scan of the server and see the services that are open to the public. So we have qbt resource.com. qbtresource.com, do an intense scan, and we can run the scan. Okay, so this is the full scan of the server using Nmap. Let's just scroll down. You see the ports, the states of the service, and the version. So we have port 22 and port 443 opened, and it's telling us they are opened. It's SSH, and this other one is SSL HTTP, and the server is showing us NGRX. For this is open SSH, right? So our server is somewhat secure. The services that should be open are the ones actually open, to the internet. So this is I'm just sharing my learning experience of how to set up a static website using AWS EC2 instance.